Yeah. Let's talk about some things. Sure, I got this camera right. All right, cool. Yeah, go to my YouTube. We about to talk about some things. Nene leaks. A few things. What's happening? If you checking out us on YouTube, what's happening? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna talk about some things.
The thing about it is, it's like this ain't
All
new.
right.
This her mo.
Okay. Oh man, all right, listen, man. We gonna talk about something. I got Clubhouse with me. If y'all can't see them on YouTube, it's because their voice is coming through Clubhouse. And same thing on YouTube. If you guys, I mean, same thing on Instagram. If you guys can't see me, if you can't hear if you can't see the voices that's coming at you guys, it's coming by way of Clubhouse. Go to my YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Go to my YouTube, Broadway the Giant, and tap in with us. We're gonna talk about some things, and respectfully, it's gonna be about Nene Leaks and this whole charade that's going on with her boyfriend and that lawsuit and everything. And I'm not really here to gossip. I'm here to more so talk about the calmer side of things, you know. So I'm gonna play something. And then I'm gonna let us give commentary on that. Cool. All right. Cool. Let me play this thing real quick and see how you guys respond to it. Where we at? All right. Here we go. Oh man. All right, here we go. Waiting for this thing to load up.
Has Nene Leaks found her very own African prince? And you will not believe who set them up. Nene has a new man. This guy right here, he's an African businessman, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. And he was introduced to Nene by none other than Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, Peter Thomas.
So Nene Leaks is being sued for $100,000 by her boyfriend's ex-wife, who claims that the former Real Housewife of Atlanta star broke up their marriage. Nene Leaks is being sued by the estranged wife of her current boyfriend, and she says that the former Real Housewife of Atlanta broke up their marriage. And according to the legal documents that Malaman has submitted, she claims that Nene and Nyanisola's relationship has resulted into her suffering emotional distress, mental anguish, and loss of affection.
Oh man. All right. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this for a second. Clubhouse, wake it up a little bit. How y'all feel? I mean, like, so Nene leaked dating this dude and was married. Her dude passed away, and I guess she had guess she was dating this dude when he was still married, and because they live in North Carolina, and I know a few of you guys that in here live in North Carolina. She was able to file for how you say that, alienation of affection. So yeah, she's pretty much able to sue Nene Leaks now, and I'm interested to get you guys' point of view on it because to be honest with you, I feel like the way you get them is how you lose them, and there's a lot of karma there, and it's interesting because she ain't lose them, but I'm just saying it puts you in a tough position, in a tough scenario. So and I don't think it's an attractive one to say the least. Go to my YouTube, hit the like button if you on my YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Hit the like button live on hit the like button on YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Make sure you tap in. I'm listening to you guys.
Man, this is the second celebrity that I've heard this stuff from. I mean, what I was actually researching about this. She started dating him 3 months after her husband passed away,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me question, like, wait a minute, hold up, pause. Was this man in the picture during the time you was with your husband?
Right.
Like, hey, the math ain't mathing for me.
Mm.
I mean, personally, I think it may come from grief, like why she, started moving on fast enough. Like when you lose somebody, that's a level of emotions that you get to. Like, you could, there's no there's no book on a right way to go about how to handle grief. For me, and you know, how the people choose to regulate they feelings and emotions, like that's where they will lead them. As far as the $100,000 she gotta pay that shit. Move on with your life, bro. Like, okay, laws are broken. Like, if you really did fuck with this man during his marriage, clearly in that state, it's against the law. Pay the 100,000, move on with your life. Like, y'all happy, you love where it's at now, then it is what it is. Like, I don't understand. Like, I get it. I get why the wife would do what she's doing, why she's upset, but
give you some pushback on that, Thotty, because even say someone as myself who was in like a long-term divorce, married to someone forever and got a divorce, like I wasn't ready to just hop on another penis.
Mm.
Like, I'm sorry, I wasn't, and I didn't like the nigga. Okay, I left him.
you just
So
said it. You say you.
no, but wait a minute, hold on. But I was not emotionally prepared to get into another relationship, right? And to Ashley's point, he had to have been around like before that. Like, how, and as much as she said she loved, her husband, and I will give it to his date, his diagnosis was some years ago and we knew this was coming, whatever, but still, out of respect, I don't know. I can only say from my perspective, right? Like you said, Dottie, I can't see myself hooking up with the next 2-3 months after the love of my air quotes life passed away.
Talk about
And I
that.
and I
Wake that up.
respect that.
So it makes me feel like homie was in the picture long before homie had died. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, we all assuming shit, right? I mean,
But
he could have been a nice friend, whatever the case is. But again, when you deal with grief, you deal with loss, any type of grief. It doesn't always have to be death. Just loss in general is grief. When somebody is dealing with a breakup, they're dealing with the grief of their relationship, the loss of their relationship. What do? They go find rebounds. It's the same shit. It's just on a more extreme level. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm not saying you're wrong for not wanting to pursue another lover or whatever the case is. Everybody is different, have their own moral codes, have their own moral standing. But understand, when you speaking from your own perspective, your own how you would do things. That doesn't speak for everybody,
all right,
right?
so
So we got to realize, like, there's other people in this economy, in this environment, in this ecosystem, that also have the way that they go about things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
so
that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not pushing or I'm just saying I can understand how shit got where it got for Nene Leaks. I can understand her finding somebody else that makes her happy. Him maybe not being so happy. Yeah, the wife can say they was happy, but that's also still speaking from the wife's perspective.
all
What
right,
does the
so
husband
Thotty,
have to say about
so
it?
look, so
Clearly,
look, so
if
look,
he's
so
with the
look,
other woman, he wants to be there. You understand what I'm saying?
so
So if
look.
that's the case, Nene pay the money. The wife, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but she got to find a way to move forward.
All right, but look, I don't want to get into the gossip side to it. I'm going to get into the karma side to it, right? Because all the gossip that hearsay, that's what allows Thotty to say what he's saying, right? Because it's all perspective or whatever the case may be. I want to get into more so into the karma side to it because, I'm a firm believer that karma, one way or another, it rears its head up, and I wonder, is this is for whatever reason or another, however you choose to look at it, was she right, was she wrong, whatever, that's hearsay. What I'm talking about is the karma side to it of dating somebody and now you're being your ex, well, your boyfriend's ex-wife is now suing you for that 100K. And yeah, it's on a low spectrum of money, but it's not even about the bag. It's more so about everybody that's attached to it that now it gotta be some type of embarrassing, right? But I just think the karma of it is the part that speaks volumes to me.
Well, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Bougie.
So the thing is this, I don't think that it's actually karmic, right? And the reason why I say it's not karmic is because in America, we have a legal system that allows us to file suit for the most frivolous reasons. Oftentimes, damages of emotional abuse and of emotional, I guess, inflicting any pain and suffering is not pursued through the ex-wife, the mistress. is usually addressed toward the part of the spouse, right? And so that's like
Your service is nervous, sweetheart.
divorce.
Yeah, your service is
I think
nervous,
it's just
Bougie. So look, Bougie, we're gonna go to the next person. Yeah, your service is nervous. Give it a few seconds. What you guys think? I think she said, she don't think it's karma, but I think karma is I mean, how are we not able to identify that as karma? So I understand what you're saying when you say, that you don't believe it's karmic, but I'm wondering where are you getting that from? Because karma could look like different things. When you do something wrong to somebody and it comes back to you, karma could look like different things. So I'm wondering, tap in with me, Bougie. See if your mic is hot. See if your mic is available now.
hello.
Yeah, it's still a little shaky. Still a little shaky, Queen.
Yeah.
All right, but look, let's
All
move.
right, I'm gonna go back.
All right, yeah, let's move the conversation along. What are you guys' thought? Nene Leaks, it's not so much about the gossip, but more so about the karma. Is it, so I guess the more specific question to ask you guys is do you guys feel sorry for her to any capacity or another, considering the information that you guys may have at this moment? If you guys need me to play it back, I'll play it back just to give a soft reset so you guys understand what's actually happening if you don't know what's going on. Tap in. Don't make me call on you. Ashley, give me what you got, baby girl. Okay, Ashley not by her mic. All right, there she
I'll
go.
step in. So like the karma, I have to really, I believe that it comes back to you. And I can say I've done stuff, that I, definitively know that, I got the payback for it. I am definitely on this karma piece. I don't really care how it went down. I just feel that it's just, it's gonna come back to her. I know that it
Ashley,
will, and I don't wish her no ill will, but I just can't see. We could say feelings, and we don't know what she's going through, but there's such a thing as called moral fiber. Moral fiber. It has nothing to do with anything but who you are, right? And I just feel that this is not the. If it was the first time she did this, but this is the MO. Like she's done this before. She's done it before with Greg. Greg was married, a whole married man. You know what I'm saying? So I know you don't want to get into gossip, but I'm saying like I feel that if you move that way, that's your MO. It's gonna come back to you because you're just moving funny.
Mm. Mm. So how do we go, listen, you on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, you on YouTube, hit the like button, pull up to the YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Listen, Allison, pin my YouTube to the top of the room. The YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Go to YouTube, Broadway the Giant, and pin that link up there, please. Pin the live link up there, please. Listen, I tell you like this, man. I honestly feel as though when it comes to Nene, I don't know, man. I think karma has a way of showing us exactly what you deserve, right? Because we talking about checks and balances. We talking about balance, right? The universal laws is balance, right? Not being able to do anything left or anything right too much, because then it'll come back into and center us, right? I'm a firm believer that everything that happens prior to a situation, like when you do someone wrong, it becomes fruit from a poisonous tree, right? So that fruit, anything else that grows from it is going to be tainted until you actually clean house. And I feel like a lot of times we go through things and we do things and we're not sure how and why things are happening a certain way. And yeah, we're learning lessons and we're being taught things. However, the caveat is that no debt goes unpaid, right? We are familiar with these sayings and these phrases. So I want to get it from you guys. What up, though? Tap in. Hit the like button on YouTube, too. Sammy, what you got to say about this, Queen? Because you sitting there cute, and I know you. Listen, man. Have you ever had a situation where karma had presented itself and you had to pay that debt back respectfully?
Not yet. No, I'm just kidding. Probably have, but this is a crazy situation. Isn't the guy from Nigeria? Like, isn't he Nigerian and he's like a businessman? And I'm confused. I had a whole nother picture about him. But anyway, the wife suing her is insane. That's you went. That means you hurt her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to show her something. So you're trying to move your chest piece. So
I honestly think I'm sorry, Sammy. I honestly think that was her way of, you know, putting her on Front Street, you know, putting her on blast, because I'm pretty sure that $100,000 is probably what she spends on a bag, because she got bread too. I think it's just the principle of the thing for her. Like, let's because would you understand, bad publicity, you know, people say bad publicity is better than no publicity or whatever, something like that.
Yep.
You know, it's an image that she can no longer, you know, stand in and be like, you know, no, now we know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Now we know definitely how you move in these streets, and it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, because I swear, how you get them is how you lose them.
Listen,
see,
it's the classy
irony,
call out, like you said. Hold on, my fault, Bougie. Go.
I was gonna say, the irony, so like I said in the chat, the karma is not her being sued, right? The true karma is that she with that man and him cheating on me. That is the karma, right? That's real karma. Sue anybody, I could sue anybody for anything because I freaking feel like it. That's what the legal system in this country affords me. But a lawsuit, please, that's just people doing what rich people do, right? That's
But
just
she's not
what
rich.
people with money do.
But she not rich. The young lady that's suing Nene Leaks, to my understanding, again, I don't want to talk about the gossip. I only want to talk about the facts. You understand me? So if you got facts, then please share, right? But if to my understanding, the young lady, she wasn't rich. She's suing for $100K or whatever her financial status is. I don't know. Don't get me lying.
But
Wait,
I
no,
mean,
I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that people lawsuits. I'm not talking about somebody being actually wealthy. I'm just saying lawsuits being the function of how people the wealthy run down on each other, right? The poor, you know, the wealthy, they fuck all this fisticuffs, shooting up shit. Nah, they're gonna come. They're gonna take your assets, and they're gonna make you so fucking poor and make sure that you, every time that you get paid, you remember to fuck. You gotta write them a check. That's true. That's the true payback. Right. So
But that's
that's just what they do, right? Anybody could file a lawsuit. Nah, Nene getting cheated on by the same dude who she was the mistress to. That'd be the karma. That's how that shit works.
I mean, all right. Go ahead, Thotty.
Oh no, I'm saying I agree with Bougie. Like, I'm like where she's talking about is exactly like where it's at. Like, fuck all the, it's the facts of the shit. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, anybody can sue. Like, when I think Angel was touching up on it a little bit. When somebody wants to come at somebody professionally, right? There's a net. You could come at somebody nasty the street way, right? Get in their face, get mad, tear up shit, tear up cars, this, that, and, or you could go about it if you're in a different type of environment in a professional setting. Everybody know what that professional setting shit is. Niggas write emails, bring you to your boss speaking a different type of language that make you look crazy, but you know they really trying you. But hell, they gonna do it in a professional way, right? So that's what this suit shit is about. It's her professionally checking Nene in front of the world like, yo, this bitch is a liar, and I need y'all to know she a liar. All right, cool.
That's a good point. That's
what happens now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna bring her relationship back or none of that. Like, I get it, yo. It's a good yo. This chick ain't all she seems to be. Cool. So now that that's happened, when Nene pays her, then what? Like, that's not like it's not her karma.
It's the humiliation of it is what you're saying, Thotty, right? I want to humiliate you in public,
like, you know what I'm saying?
To show you.
And most people in the days we live in now, that humiliation shit does nothing for nobody. Nobody cares. Is on the map for 2 days and then boom, it's done. It's gone.
Well,
so
all right.
What is really the true karma?
So hear me, right? Sometimes they say that when you avenge somebody's death, right, and you go and kill somebody, right, that there's a certain amount of you thinking that it's gonna bring you a certain amount of peace, but when you actually go kill them, right, you still feel the same because you don't have that person, don't bring them back. So what you're saying in correlation to what I just stated is it's not gonna bring the relationship back. The lawsuit is the lawsuit, whatever it is. You may win, you may lose. But my thing is that's for the boyfriend's ex-wife to now. I'm not going to get started with their names because they got some hard to pronounce names, right? I think that's up to the boyfriend's ex-wife on whether or not she feels a sense of completion there, right? Because fact of the matter is, going back to, I'm trying to stay away from the rumor stuff and the gossip stuff. I just feel as though when we sitting here and we talking about, I feel like it does involve karma a little bit because whatever homie did, maybe this is his karma coming back to him in regards to what he did or didn't do by way of Nene or dating Nene and leaving that situation, whatever the case may be. I feel like there's definitely karma involved in this whole charade. But I understand the other aspect of it too, which is the, hey, you know what? I'm going to embarrass you side to it and put it in public and so forth and so on. And she always got something crazy attached to her name as well.
Can I ask this? When can we say things just don't work out? Like, y'all, you two people don't fit together. It clearly never worked. It didn't work from the start. All that shit was rainbows and sunshine.
You know when?
And it really wasn't that. When can we say that?
You know when? When somebody doesn't slight somebody else because of the breakup. When it's an amicable thing.
But my thing is, let me finish. Cheating, slighting. See, that's the thing.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Why is it such a villainous act? It's not villainous, bro.
I don't want to fight over you for the mic, King. I hear you. I hear you, right? I'm trying to answer the question.
I'm asking the question.
I'm answering it. What I'm saying is it's not about cheating. It's not about slight. It's about this, right? If you're in a relationship with somebody and somebody goes ahead and they cheat on you or they got ulterior motives, so forth and so on, that's some bullshit, right? You shouldn't be in a situation where you have to subject yourself to that type of energy, especially when this is the person that you're supposed to be the most comfortable with, right? When you're supposed to be letting your head down with. Now, you said at what point, what was the original question you asked? You said at what point is it not slighting or at what point is it not karma?
At what point can we say two people just didn't work out, bro? They tried to make it good and it didn't work out. Kept being mistakes happening. So that's it. One person said, I'm done with this. Whether the other person wanted to continue to go or not. One person said, I'm done. I don't want to do this shit no more.
But the problem is,
that's what happens.
At the point of, I'm going to give it to you right now, Angel. I think that was Angel speaking. At the point of in this situation, or just in general, right? If somebody is leaving the situation and they leaving on the right terms and they saying, yo, you know what? This relationship is becoming too much for me, or I'm not getting what I thought I signed up for, so forth and so on, and you leave, cool, boom. At that point. But in most cases, and I'm not going to say in most cases, in some cases, that's not the case. People be kicking and screaming because they feel used, they feel taken advantage of, they feel cheated on, they feel for a multiple array of things, right? I feel like you use me to come up off of, you use me to XYZ, so forth and so on. So, right? So to answer your question more specifically, at the point of which nobody feels used and it was a mutually benefiting thing. At that point, are we able to leave situations and say, you know what? It wasn't the best time, but it was a fair time and it was a good time and I respect it and just move on. But in most cases, that doesn't happen like that. Go ahead, Angel.
So I'm gonna give you a real life example. Go
to my YouTube, my bad, Queen. Go to my YouTube, hit the like button, Broadway the Giant. Go to my YouTube right now, hit the like button. I don't see y'all hitting the like button on YouTube. Oh, I see y'all. Okay, on YouTube, Broadway the Giant. Tap in with us, Angel.
No, I'm just gonna give my example because I'm gonna go. It's always gonna go back to moral fiber with me, right? Because I I met up with my ex, someone that I had dated for a while, and he was air quotes married, you know, and he reached out, whatever. Oh, I'm sleeping on the couch. Oh, she's, it's not there, whatever. I mean, typical married man bullshit, right? And I feel like I understand how this woman feels because I'm pretty sure I'm going from my experience. Homegirl did not know what was going on. She thought her marriage was okay, right? And he was doing his thing. I don't even know if he had to sell her a dream, but I know that I have been in a position where, with more than one occasion, where a married man has tried to like come and push up and be like, "Oh, it's not working out. I'm sleeping this in the basement. We're not getting along," until their wife finds out, and this happened to me. All the bullshit he was sending me, whatever. She called me, and I was like, "Yo, call him. Don't call me. You
Mm.
need to call him
Wake
because
that
the
up.
dream he sold me clearly was not what it
Wake
was,
that up.
right?" Right. And when I tell you, I don't feel no ways. Why? Because once I knew what it was, I backed out. You understand what I'm saying? I did not know. But why was that? That's moral fiber, baby. She could have held out. If you made this woman look crazy in the streets because or whatever, right? And I don't even, like you said, I want to go down that rabbit hole, but I will come back. It stands on moral fiber, who you are as a person. Because I feel that for me, karma is every time you do something that is totally polar opposite to who you are, you are like putting little holes in your soul, and it comes back to you. You break down as an individual if you keep moving in a way where you don't care about other people
Hmm.
and you want what you want. That shit comes back to you. I promise on all I love and I part.
Wake that up. Wake that up. Wake it up. I don't hear nobody. Hey, Thotty, what are your thoughts, King? Because I mean, we got Sequel in here. What's happening, Sequel? Shout out to Yaya. We got Keisha in here. Shout out to Darius. See, we got Sammy Shantae. We got the Giants in here. We got Thotty. We got Ohima. What up, though, Dupreme? I see you guys pull up. Go to my YouTube, Broadway the Giant. We having this conversation. And listen, man, the viewing experience is just as poignant and amazing as the audio one. We having this conversation. I want to get what you guys' thoughts are on it. Angel, I'm sorry you had to go through certain things, Queen, because at the end of the day, I just feel like when we leave in situations, ultimately, when you leave a situation, it becomes there is a right way of doing things, but people, it's like when you get with somebody, right? More often than not, you get with her, he gets with him. I mean, you get with her, she gets with him. There's a people like and love each other differently on different levels. Somebody may fall in love quicker. Somebody may, and the same thing is when you on the way out, right? Somebody may be willing to give up sooner than the other. And when we talking about it and looking at it that way, right? We got to say to ourselves, rather, it's never going to be at the same pace at the same time. That's just not the way it goes, right? It's checks and balances. Sometimes you up, sometimes you down, and it's a matter of getting back to that center and trying to find that center. But when you checking out, nobody got time to be worrying about the other person because, frankly speaking, we all probably been there before where you should have thought about that a long time ago. Wake that up. You get what I'm saying? So it gets to a point of what are we doing right now? Are we on the
So I
same
want to bring
page or are we
another
not?
aspect to it.
Go for it, Queen.
Let me bring. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I keep going back to moral fiber. I know y'all gonna get sick of hearing this. I in my situation, I feel like my kids. I want to be able to look my kids in the face and be like, I tried, I honored my vows, I did what I could do,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying. So, and as a mother, right? I'm giving examples to my sons. This is how you do things. I'm
Right.
giving examples to my daughter. This is how you move, right?
Right. Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it's moral fiber for me. Let me tell you something. I could have easily rode that train out with my ex and just do it just for the hell of it, right? You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I stopped. There were so many people involved. He had a son. You know what I'm saying? I have kids. So for me, I like I said, I have to be able to not only look myself in the mirror. I got to be able to tell my kids this is why I move this way, and this is how you should move. And you could listen. I'm gonna go back to the whole thing. How do you air quote say, this is the love of your life, da da da, and 3 months later down the road, that train
It
out
just
don't look good. She got a son. Like I don't know. And I'm always do things in decency and order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go you one further. If you about life, if that's how you move a little more discreetly. Why you gotta do it like that? She could have held out till next year and we would have, like all like 8 or 9 months, we'd have never known. I don't feel it was tacky. Why did you feel the need to go on Front Street right away? I think for me personally, I like to keep my shit private. I'm not putting my shit on blast. And that's on All I Love. She's just moving way sloppy, and she's gonna have to answer it. If not even at karma, you just I don't know. I park. I get frustrated.
Listen, all she's doing because of the sake, sorry, Broadway, but it is what it is with drama. Not drama, but it is going to be gossip. Portia out here one up on her. She got a one up on Portia because that man and Portia's fiance from Housewives of Atlanta, they are business partners. They're cool. So she see
Mm.
Portia out there living her best life. Then took this man from his wife. They got divorced, so now Portia about to be next up in line. So I mean, they run in the same circle. So why not? I mean, yeah, Greg is gone. Rest in peace, all of that. But she got a new club. I mean, come on, this is Atlanta. This is Atlanta. All they do is one up on each other every day. That's all they do out there. So she see Portia portraying her lovely life, and she's want to, be happy as well. But now the messy is coming. Now her karma is like, no, no, boo, you
Right.
can't take pictures with my husband. Like it's okay. Pay me, bitch. Excuse my
Right.
French, but that's
Nah,
what it
wake
is.
it up. I'm
Right,
here for it.
right.
Pay
I'm here for
me.
that.
Like you can't take pictures with my man in these social settings, going to parties and things like that, and thinking that's it's okay. That's not what we doing. So
Mm.
that's what it is. Nene needs to take a few steps back and look at how she moving because she's not Portia. She's way older.
Come on, wake that
She
shit up.
she she just she's a widow. No, she got to get that. She ain't. She's. I don't want her to run through that life insurance policy money that Greg left her. Let's wake that up. Like
I'm dead.
humble yourself, boo. That's what I'm saying. Humble yourself and stay low key. If you want to open up businesses, nothing's wrong with that. But if I was the wife, hell no, you not. Freddie ain't gonna be taking no pictures of you. Hell no. Not with my man. So that's
And
what
and
it is.
and I live in North Carolina, and I have inquired, through my situation, how it's going. You have to be separated for a whole year. And by separated means you guys can't sleep together. You
Mm.
can cohabitate, but you can't have sexual relations for a whole entire year. We're in the South. It's a whole different ball game down here. You talking about Bible Belt shit. So she couldn't do that's what I'm saying. If she kind of shot herself in the foot, or he wasn't thinking, because legally now his wife can take her to the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? Because if she can prove that, I'm pretty sure. Even if there was a prenup, I don't know that far, but I'm just saying, in the South, is not where you play games. You have to move differently. Like you have to. It's in place, and these laws have been in place forever. But I don't care. I'm always going to go back to moral fiber. If you watch the way this woman has moved, and let's even forget about like her marriage and whatever, just in this industry, how biting the hand that feeds her on some bullshit. I don't know. I part. I can't with her.
Nah, nah, nah. Nah, you cooking. Y'all cooking. Do
Yeah,
what's
yo,
happening, dude?
ain't nothing, man. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just astonishing for me that you got people who are in media, right? In their case, you have these people that have been personalities for a long time, and they make moves like that. You got to question: is this for the clout? Is this for the drama? Because when you rely on celebrity, your celebrity status, you always got to do things to keep the interest up and keep the bloggers talking and keeping people talking. So you subjected to submit yourself to
Yep.
to nefarious behaviors just to keep your freaking to keep your clout or whatever. So that's a ridiculous move. It's immature. It's immature as fuck because these people are very grown. Everybody on there is supposed to be a housewife, but They're always single. They always got issues. So what are we doing here?
Hey, listen, I think, and wait, wake it up. Is there a new season of Atlanta coming up? Real Housewives of
Yes,
Atlanta?
it started already.
Come on, so come on, like what's happening? Like this is propaganda. This is a rollout. This is karma. This is because there's really a lawsuit. So I still think it's karma, right? This is, and it might not be Nene's karma, but it could be old boy's karma, right? It depends on whose side we talking on. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I see you guys are going off in these comments though. Latoya said this is karma for trying to play her quote unquote friend about play her quote unquote friend about sleeping with married men and putting their business out there. Toya, you wanna elaborate on that, Queen?
Well, I got a few seconds. Yeah. She tried to play her friend Kim. She told her keep her legs closed to marry men. That was like in the first season when this first started, the show first started. Then she started coming at Portia, and she tried to come at what's her name, the twirl girl, the model chick, the Miss America girl. I forgot
Kenya.
her name.
Kenya.
Yeah, you know what I mean. She comes at all of them about sleeping with married men. So look what happened. You slept with a married man, and they ain't getting sued, but you are. Let's
And
see.
her karma again is it's gonna be in the pocket. Like I said, I'm in the process here, and if you move for you could take like I already know I'm gonna get hit for half of something, right? But I don't know. He was definitely either he this I don't know what Nene got going on down there. Let me just say that because he has to be really dumb. If he really looked into the laws in North Carolina, he would know that he moved very very funny, and they don't play out here. When I tell you, like they don't, and because
But do
they
you?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to ask you, Andrew. Do you think he thought this through, or maybe he did and he just didn't give a? You understand what I'm saying? What?
I don't think he thought it through. I'm talking about if it has to be because you call let's see who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a businessman,
Right,
right?
right,
You gotta know. You gotta know. I know. I speak to my lawyer. I know what I can and cannot do, right?
right. Hell
You
yeah.
know, and I literally I know where I could put my money. I know where I can't put my money. He knows this. That's what I'm saying. He had to have fell for the ill nana. That's all I can say. He dumbed out over the punani because there's no way that I'm telling you right now. I'm not giving up more than I have to in any divorce. So I'm gonna walk the line like shit out of here. You're not taking half of what I earned on your bullshit. I'm sorry. I bark.
And silence falls over the room.
You know what it is though? It's like it's not enough. Well, according to we rule women is what 20-1 now or whatever the case is. So I don't even know if it was just like, I think they probably were separated. I'll give this guy the benefit of the doubt. He's separated from his wife. He's now decided him and Nene have been friends. Now they're taking their friendship to another level and the wife is being spiteful. But I'm hearing all kinds of different rumors that, these men have these women sign contracts on top of prenuptials. So maybe she's not really getting much out of the deal, but she's definitely going to embarrass Nene. But my thing is, like we say, it's all about it used to be about morals, integrity, and how you carry yourself and things like that. But it seems like these scandals are just so normal now that it's like, oh, okay, yeah, she getting sued. All right, well, they'll probably still be together. It's nothing like, no, that's not what we do, girl. Like, girl, pull your girlfriend to the side. Nobody's doing that anymore. So it's like, if I pull you to the side as my friend, I'm gonna let you know, girl, this could go two ways. You know what I'm saying? And the grave is a last, but she's just suing you. So make sure that you know what you're doing when you date some of these men. And
Right.
their money is appealing, all of their statures appeal, businesses. Even if you picked his brain for business, whatever inquiries and stuff like that, that's all you should have done. You out here parading him, like I said before, out here on these blogs. You have certain parties. I mean, if you go on certain Instagram pages, Atlanta nightlife, like you see her and him. So That's my thing. If I was the wife, I would be like, okay, nah, you're not about to sit here and do that, and the divorce is not settled or whatever the case is. But it's just it's distasteful. I want morals to come back. That's what I want. I want morals to come back. I want integrity to come back. I want people to start, using their head when it comes to certain tax brackets, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. The ugly part. You said
That
something.
was a bar.
That was a bar, right? That
Yeah,
was
that
a
was a
bar.
bar.
That was a bar. I'm looking through these comments and it's getting kind of crazy. I see Allison's at work, so she can't speak right now. I see Sammy going in. I see Allison going in. Thought was going in a minute ago too. Darius, you by your mic, beloved.
Probably not.
All right, cool.
What's up, guys? What's up, Broadway?
Yo,
What's
yo,
up,
Yaya,
Nene?
what's
What
happening,
happened?
Yaya? Wake it up, Yaya. What up, though? Greetings to the queen.
I don't really know what's going on between them. All I could say is from experience, karma is what you put out into the universe. So if you put out some fuck shit, believe me, that day's gonna come when you're gonna get that fuck shit back. And it comes in ways that it'll touch, it won't even touch you, but it'll touch what you most love. It could be a family member, whatever it is that you most love, that's
Mm-hmm.
how karma gets you. But then there's good karma. So if you're a good person and you're always throwing out positivity towards the universe, that also comes back. So it's not just negative karma. Karma is two things. Karma is whatever you put out.
Positive
Period.
and negative. It's
Yep.
it's it's funny because I see Dupreme in the comments. He said, "Wait, it has not been a year since Greg's death."
That's crazy.
See, my thing is, at what point do we stop pointing the finger out and start looking in, right? The accountability side to it. At what point do we start? At what point do we start holding ourselves accountable and going back to what you guys was talking about her? I think it was either Angel or Sammy said that she was passing judgment on what somebody else was doing. Remember some time ago I said something along the lines of be careful what you say you don't want because that'd be the first energy that you attract.
Always, and it's true, Broadway, because this is why I always tell people, you don't know what another motherfucker is going through. So you don't sit there and judge that person. What you need to do is pray for that person because you really don't know what that person is going through. So for you to sit there and judge them, who the fuck are you? You're not God. God will put you probably in the same situation or worse, just to show you that He'll take you off that nice little cloud that you think that you on, back to cloud zero from nine. So He'll go 0 to 100 real quick. You can't sit there and judge people. You don't know what the fuck they're going through. You just gotta. Some people just out of control, and that's who they are. I don't think that is even for the media. I think that's just genuinely who the fuck they are. So what you do is, I heard this saying, and
Somebody mic open.
sorry, DMX once said, you take people for who they are, believe who they are, who they show you who they are. If they're a snake, they're a snake. If they're a unicorn, they're a unicorn. So that's what you have to do and how you carry yourself. And people would, regardless, people gonna know the energy regardless. So I think that for her to sit there and judge people, I think that's why she's probably in the same predicament now because you could never say, "Oh, I won't do." You just can't judge people. I just think that that's like the worst thing that anyone can do is judge somebody else.
Well,
And can
also,
we?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm like, let's talk about as a woman, like what you selling for, ma? Like you don't. I'm sorry, like me personally, this is how I would react. If he told me, this is what's going on, we're getting a divorce, whatever, whatever. You can't wait. Like I don't know. Like for me, he had me looking crazy. No, I don't want nobody's husband. Clearly, I want you to be divorced, signed paperwork, legally separated at least. This nigga, he wasn't even legally separated. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm.
could have stomached that, but he wasn't even legally separated. And we have to go back, like Jahira was saying, it's a pattern, it's a behavior thing with her, okay? Because how she got her first husband, we're getting exactly the same way. Now she's here with that. This is who she is. This is what she does, okay? And I've seen it come back to her in her career as well. So you know what? There's something with her in her that accepts other people's leftovers.
Well,
And that's
see,
all. There's something wrong with her.
Well,
look,
see,
I don't like to do things to others that I don't want done to me. So I don't want nothing that's not mine. Period. Not even in a career or anything. So if I know that somebody's gonna be hurt by me taking, like, if somebody says, "Oh, take this person's position," but this is not, I probably would. I did it before. I've turned it down because I just don't
but see,
like what's not mine.
but see, yeah, that's the morals and integrity inside of you that you're waking up. You hear me? Like some people. Hey, let me tell you something. It's so weird these days that's like doing the right thing is the hardest thing in the world. Somebody mic up, please. Doing the right thing is the hardest thing in the world, and it's just the right thing, right? If I say I'm gonna be there at 7, be there at 7, right? Like if I say I'm next time I see you, I'm gonna have something for you. Next time I see you, I should have something for you, right? It's like the easiest thing, the most simplistic. And the thing that makes the most sense is somebody saying something and having their actions match exactly what it is that they're saying. But people don't do that. You know why they don't do that? Because it's much easy for them to say things and write checks that they ass can't cash, right? So to some extent or another, I honestly believe that when we're talking about, oh man, I had something I wanted to say. When we're talking about what Nene and how Nene is moving, no, excuse me, Yaya said integrity, morals, not taking other people's position. I believe that what you do in the dark and when you by yourself is character, right? When nobody is watching, that's the true definition of character, right? When you got the opportunity to burn somebody and you choose not to, you take the high road. That's the definition of having integrity, right? And not doing something that's below you. In this situation, I'm not sure if Nene wanted to actually exude any of those qualities, or maybe she wanted to give herself an out for whatever reason or another. I think it was Sammy that said something earlier about she probably wanted to do this by way of because of whatever Portia had going on or this person had going on. And I think, and again, I'm not going to put men against women, but I can see that being a woman thing where I'm jealous because this chick that I'm on a show with, I don't know if they friends or not. I don't give a, that she got certain things going for herself and I want that, and I feel like I deserve that more than she does. So let me go put myself in a position by hook and crook. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say earlier, this is why the likes of so many men say that I'm not cool with my significant other having male friends, right? Or my male or my man having the opposite sex friends, lady friends, because respectfully, they don't know what the origin of certain things are. And some people low-key be keeping back pocket men and women. If this don't work out, I'm going to go ahead and go over there and put myself in a situation. You hear me? And put myself in a situation because I don't want to be alone. And there's some dudes and there's some women, men, don't get it twisted. There's some dudes that like to just be around amazingly beautiful women, right? And there's some men and there's some women that like to be around amazingly handsome men. They get off on just saying, yeah, that's my homie. And making low-key their significant other feel some sense of insecurity, but it's not that was there before they came, and it's not that you have an opposite sex as a friend. It's more so the way you handle having the opposite sex as a friend. And more often than not, people don't know how to handle having opposite sex as a friend. They much rather move in a certain way that suggests there's more between the opposite sex friend. But I'm going off on my rant, right? All I'm saying is this Nene Elite situation, if homie might have been a friend that was just hanging there, I believe that they was always attracted to each other, right? I don't believe that, at some point in time, I started to see you in a particular light, in a particular setting because we were trauma bonding or I never looked at you a certain way. Nah, that's bullshit. Miss me with it all. Miss me with it all. I'm gonna finish up by saying this, right? I just think that when we talking about people and friends and opposite sex and being in relationships, marriages, whatever the case may be, that opposite sex friend, you got to be very careful with that opposite sex friend, because if you not, it can wake up some sleeping insecurities or whatever the case may be there. And I'm gonna park there. I know I'm gonna yield my mic to somebody that was trying to tap in.
No, I want to go back.
Hit that
to,
like
okay,
button.
I'll go back to the original when I told you the situation I had, right?
Yep.
And this is why I'm talking about. She first of all, to Robert's point, these are grown ass people, whole grown people, right?
Mm.
I could have ate it up. Oh yeah, my wife ain't shit. I'm about to leave. And I could have been really sitting there go, oh my God, really? Okay. Well, you know what? I get it, and I'm gonna be here for you. What? What is
Mm.
that? What do you know what I'm saying? Then what
Right.
do you? How do I value myself? That's why I
Right.
keep coming back to how do I value myself as a woman? Because let me tell you something. If he really, if he really wanted to do something, he would have left her, get a divorce, and that would have been it, right? He wasn't planning. If I would have let him play the game, it would have just been what it was. But I stood up for myself. It had nothing to do about her. First of all, it did, because I as a woman, I'm a woman first. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, I say, and I'm not gonna do something that definitely I don't want to do. And I'm saying, even this person, I get frustrated every time I think about it. But
It's
what I
okay.
will say is that if a man wants you, and he's a real man, he's going to do it in a proper way. He's not going to make you look crazy in the streets. I feel like old dude did not care about how he looked, because he's probably clout chasing himself.
Mm.
Because let's be real, like, we wouldn't know who he was unless he was what he is. So I feel like they're both messy. They don't care. And that's it. That's what it is. And I believe that it's going to come back to them. I promise you it will.
Oh, it will. I just want to say one thing, that the same way you get them is the same way, whatever it is,
You
not even
lose
just a
them.
relationship. The same way you get it is the same way you lose it. So when
Yep.
you do some fuck shit to somebody else in a relationship, you're gonna lose the same person the same way, because that's who that person is, and people fail to realize that. I really don't understand why people think that it's okay. All right, he left his wife to be with me. Yeah, girl, you know what? He's gonna leave you too. He's gonna do the same thing to you, and guess what? He's probably gonna do you worse, because he really don't care. If he didn't care about his wife that he made a vow to in front of God, what makes you think you're gonna be better than him?
Say that shit.
Wake that up.
What makes you
Wake
think
it up.
that he's gonna be better than you, to you, than he was to her? He made a vow to promise to fucking love and cherish this person for the rest of his life. And
Mm.
look, he broke that vow because his dick was happy. Guess what? He's gonna do the same thing to you. He's gonna do the same. I'm sorry, he's going to do the same. I've seen it so many times. I've seen women go through this so many times. Men too, not just women, both.
Right.
And then on top of that, the same way too, if you go do some greasy shit on on let's just say to make some money, and you feel like you have to dust your friend just to make that money, guess what? That shit ain't gonna last for you. And guess what? Your friend might surpass you because you done did some fucked up shit and they were being loyal to you, but your integrity and your loyalty, money trumped your loyalty.
Right.
So it's the same thing in both
Integrity.
situations.
Integrity.
Yeah.
People don't have integrity. Hit that like button if you're watching us on YouTube. Hit that like button. You're watching us on YouTube. Broadway the Giant, make sure you subscribe. Broadway the Giant, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. Hit that like button on YouTube. I see Giants is in there. Hit that like button on YouTube. We on YouTube right now, Broadway the Giant. You want to see it, hit the link at the top of the clubhouse room. And Instagram, y'all know the vibe, how we do it, right? Listen, man, I think Yaya got balls. I mean, integrity. Ultimately, that's what we talking about, right? That's what we talking about. Integrity. Doing what's right. Doing what's right. Shout out to Zora in the room. Shout out to, I see we got Thadi. I don't want to mispronounce your name, Queen, but so I'm just gonna say, next Tahaja.
Anastasia.
Anastasia. Okay, how you doing, Anastasia? Welcome to the room. We're gonna tap in with you in a moment. Angel, you were saying, Queen.
No, it's just integrity. It's just And even in all things that she's done, if you really study this person, it's always been off. So what I'm trying to say is that he, and even him as a person, like, what if she finds somebody that got more bread than him? You know what I'm saying? Like, he if he doesn't see what she's about, then he's about that as well. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna come back to them.
One way or
But
another.
you know what? It is. I'm gonna give you a live example. My ex's coworker, he was married. He had an affair. He got the girl pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the same girl he got pregnant, he went out and cheated and got another girl pregnant, left her. He did it again. But he marries all of them. It's the craziest shit. He married every last one of them. He's getting divorced right now. So he had his wife, the woman he had an affair with his wife. He married her, and then he had an affair with someone else, and he's with her right now. So I have to think, what's wrong with these women, right? What is wrong with them? And we live in a time where it's so much easier to do the right thing. To have moral character, strength of character in this time and age is almost extinct. And I hate to say that on our part.
Well. Let me say this, right. I think that it may be a trying task for some people to do because they wasn't raised that way. They wasn't raised that way. They wasn't raised to, if I say this, I'm gonna do this. They raised the opposite. And when I say that, I'm not saying literally they are told this, they are shown this, right? They are shown, hey, I don't gotta say what I mean and mean what I say, right? And we see it a lot in different industries, well, in like every industry I've ever been a part of. You hear what I'm saying? People say, yo, Angel, what's happening, Angel? Yo, Allison. Yo, Dupreme, let's go do lunch sometime. Yeah, we're going to get up sometime. Yeah, let's go do lunch. Next time, yeah, man. And what happens? Lunch never happens. You know why lunch never happens? Because either Broadway, Allison, Dupreme, Angel, somebody in that fold didn't find it important enough to follow through with what they said. And I get it. Sometimes we say things and we can't always live up to the things that we say. But at bare minimum, word is my bond is my word, right? At bare minimum, what should take place is, hey, man, yo, dude, man, something came up, King. I'm sorry I can't make it. Yo, it wasn't my intentions, whatever. Follow through with a conversation, right? Follow through with it. But that doesn't happen because people don't do what they say. The integrity side to it. They just let it wander. They let it wander in the wind and don't worry about it, and then just let it be whatever it is. And then next time you see each other, you do it again, and it becomes a repetitive cycle that happens over and over again to different people. And I'm saying this, and I know it sounds like I'm far off, but to make it fit what we talking about, it's the same thing with relationships. People be in certain situations and they leave this situation, go over here, figure that this person don't know me, and they do the same thing that they did 3 relationships ago. They leave that person, then they do the same thing that they did 4 relationships ago. So when I hear you guys tap in, weigh in, patch in, and say things like, yo, she's been moving in a certain way. Oh, she did this to this person. Oh, she was moving like this. It's a character flaw, right? And y'all know me, king accountability. I'm always going to look out. I'm always going to look in before I look out. And I feel like most people don't look in because it's way too hard, way too ugly, way too traumatic to look in and say, you know what? Damn, I got some stuff that needs cleaning. They much rather look out and be like, ooh, child, you dating a married man? Ooh, child, what you doing? You shouldn't be doing that. What's happening with you? You hear me? That's way too easy to do. But I'm a mic up. I'm going to yield to the room. Shout out to Nadine tapping there. I see Dupreme going crazy on the mic, and I see these comments going in, man. What do you guys think, thoughts to anything that I said or anything any one of the giants said in the room?
I think what you just said, this Robert Dupree, I listened to what you said, and I just sent DWI a message because last week I planned on coming to Brooklyn, and I was unable to come. I mean, even though I told some people, yo, let them know, I thought about what you said, and I just sent them a personal message like, yo, won't. And so it was just out of respect. It's just a simple matter of respect and protocol. And you're right. I just did a post on my IG the other day, and I was saying like I'm doing some self-reflection. I'm asking myself why, certain things, because see, everybody likes to post all the glitz and the glamour and this and that, right? And I'm not saying we should put our personal, business out there because, some people, try to weaponize that shit. But you have to show your totality of your humanness, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always preachy and creamy, man. And sometimes a wise thing to do is to let your tribe know, hey, yo, man, I'm feeling some type of way, because you insulate yourself, and you let your people know what it is, so that you get the support you need, whatever that may look like,
Right.
right? At least you're not isolating yourself, because we as men, we isolate ourselves. Like,
Right.
nobody want to hear our part. Nobody want to hear that shit. So
Right.
that's what instead of talking about what you just said, I said, yo, let me take action on what you said. So yeah,
Well.
well
See,
said.
so, and I appreciate that, right, Dupreme. Here's the thing. Here's another side to it as well, right? There's a side to it of shout out to my guy Brad, right? Brad, in our intentional mornings, right? Brad had a situation, and what he was doing was he was being himself, right? And inside of him being himself, he had got like this amazingly good news. You had to be there in our intentional mornings, whatever. I don't want to put it out there, but he had got this amazing good news, right? And then when everybody was going around the room saying, "Yo, Brad, like, oh, congratulations, we happy for you, whoop de woo woo, so forth and so on." I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, Brad, man, this is a combination of you just being who you are. Had you not been who you are, had you not walked into that situation and said, hey, this is who I am, this is what I come with, so forth and so on, if you guys can be okay with that, then I'm okay with taking, or I'm okay with accepting, right? And he thought that they was going to curve him and say no. What happened? They ended up falling in love with him, and there might have been other people on the radar that was better equipped for XYZ. But what he did was he walked in the room and he bent and he was himself. So what I'm saying essentially is we got to be ourselves, right? That's where the integrity and the morals and that type of energy is highlighted. The karma,
Yeah.
the karma that Nene is receiving, the energy that her boyfriend is receiving is by way of them not being initially probably who they were, and that's where the karma comes in at. But go ahead, Angel. I hear you, Queen.
No, I was just agreeing with you. Just the
So
whole
wait,
it's always
shout out to Dupreme. Shout out to Dupreme. Shout out to Dupreme for actually doing the work and saying, you know what? I seen something and tracking and adjusting in that real moment. You hear what I'm saying? Shout out to you. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Hit the like button. Shout out. Tap in with me, Angel.
I will say this. I would rather have a loyal fool than a smart snake. Okay,
Woo!
and
Wake
that's
that
only
up.
it.
Wake
You know
that
what I'm
up.
saying?
Say it again. No, say it again,
I
Queen.
would rather have a loyal fool than a smart snake any day of the week.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because more you can't teach integrity. You understand what I'm saying? It can't be taught. It's either in you or it's not in you.
What happened? Where's the lies at? What we talking about? I much rather have a loyal. How I say that high tech shit again? Say
I
it
said
again.
I'd rather have a dumb. What did I say? A oh God, I forgot. A dumb, a fool rather, a broke fool or whatever. I don't know what I said, but
Listen, the fact of the matter is
I
this,
forgot that
right?
quick.
It's okay. The fact of the matter is this, right? I much rather have 10 lions than 100 sheep. That's what I heard.
That's what I mean.
that's, that's
Yeah.
that's what I heard. I much rather have less, because less is more, right? And whatever it is that's going on in these spaces of people moving and dancing and shucking and jiving and high-fiving for their TV shows, I don't know what it is. Only thing I'm here to say is the comic side to whatever it is that's going on. Forget the gossip, right? We can go all day into the moon about the hypothetical, and girl, child, let me tell you what I heard. But that's not what this is about. This is more so about the karmic energy that you put out, the energy that you put out, it comes back to us. And we got to get into a space and in a bag of being able to look in before looking out. Because when we don't look in, we're able to, what somebody said, I think it was Sammy or somebody tapped in and said, yo, what's happening? Yeah, she did this over there down the block, around the corner, 3 and 4 other dudes prior to. And I also heard this and that. And let me tell you, my name is good. My name is good. No matter where I'm at, no matter what room I'm in, they always gonna be like, shit, I probably don't agree with everything Broadway said, but he a good nigga. They definitely gonna say it.
You solid.
You solid, you solid. So we
That's
gotta
it.
get into a space of walking into the room, and what Dupreme just said, what he just said when I was talking, he said, hey, Broadway, you know what, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z and send D a message or whatever. He's solid. Your name is your name. And your name precedes, our name precedes us before we walk into rooms. It precedes us before we go into relationships as well, right? It precedes us. It steps in the room before we do. If I had to give a cross-reference check and somebody had to, I want to know about Broadway. I know D knows Broadway. Let me ask D about Broadway. What D gonna say? And that's the thing.
Talk to Broadway.
We gotta always be able to have our name precede us, and in a good way. And the way that we do that is by way of always being having integrity, having morals, having intention behind what we're doing and following through. We gotta be solid because our name always precedes us. So this Nene situation is sad to see, and I don't live in North Carolina, but I'm happy that it's working out the way that the universe is working out. Period. Tap in with me, Giants.
Yeah, I stopped in. Hey, this is Nadine speaking.
Hey, Nadine.
I stopped in to say, yeah, it all starts with our intention. A negative intention can create negative karma.
Woo! No. Negative intentions can provoke negative karma.
Yes.
No, continue, please continue. I'm listening. I'm sorry, I just got excited when you say things, Nadine. I just get. You understand me?
Yeah, I mean, it not only are you taking these actions against someone, but if you what is your intention behind it? If it's to gain for yourself and not to be giving, then your intention from the jump is fucked up. Excuse my French. So that action is going to have a equal and opposite reaction. So careful.
Yeah, if your intentions aren't solid, if you have ill intention. All right, so let's wake it up. Do you think that some people go into situations and always have ill intent, or sometimes they develop it?
Unfortunately, I would say that some people their only intention is self-service. And I find it sad, but it is a reality. And I park.
Another side to it too, Nadine, is sometimes we develop in having ulterior motives. We can have a pure intention, but sometimes we start to develop ill intent, right? We start to develop these ways and so forth and so on, right? That's not pure. But my thing is, from the inception of that idea, of that negative energy, you hold yourself accountable and say, hey, listen, I'm not okay with. This is why I feel. And lead with that. But people don't lead with that. They still be shucking and jiving, high-fiving in the background, moving with their ulterior motives. But listen, man, I think we unpacked this conversation really well. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel that's pinned above, Broadway the Giant, and have these conversations with us, man. We're here to have conversations and talk about the hard stuff, man, and look in, right? Broadway the Giant, this channel, this page, this conversation is always about looking in first before looking out, right? Mr. Accountability, because if we're not holding ourselves accountable for the things that we're doing and the decisions that we're making, then we can't look out and pass judgment or worry about what anybody else is doing or saying, right? My energy is always to to have the hard conversations, right? It may be fun sometimes. It may be, you know, we may joke, we may laugh, but at the bare minimum, it's about having the hard conversations and amongst friends and good people. You know, shout out to Allison, DWI Music, Latoya Parker, Miss Parker. You know, shout out to Angel from the East. You hear me? Shout out to Ashley. Hey, Ash Cash, what up to my guy, Dupreme? I see Thotty in here, Queen Nadine. Y'all know the vibe, how we give it up. We're gonna talk about some other stuff in a couple. So just give me a little bit and we're gonna be right back. Y'all know the vibes, man. We out of here on this one, man. It's cheaper to be yourself, be giant.